please help me in welcoming Coley O'Brien from Wendy's.
Thank you.
Postpone.
Good afternoon. Thank you, Kirsten. Thank you to all of you for the opportunity to share a little bit about the Wendy's story. It's so great to hear all of these great customer experiences. And hopefully you're familiar with our brand. Maybe a couple things that you're not quite as familiar with. As Kirsten mentioned, we are in the fast food business, and we see ourselves as an innovator in that business. In fact, we introduced the first pickup window at one of our early restaurants. When you think about products, we've introduced salad bars in the early 80s, of course, baked potato, chilies, our fresh, never frozen hamburgers, my favorite, the spicy chicken sandwich, and of course, the iconic Frosty, which is unique to our brand. More recently, we also believe we've been innovating in how we connect with new customers through things like social media. And maybe some of you have engaged and watched some of the experience and the banter with our most recent retweet campaign, Nugs for Carter, which played out over the last couple of months and was really fun to watch. As Kirsten mentioned, we have and operate nearly 6,500 restaurants across the globe. And one of the things that's really unique about our business model is that we are 95% franchise operated. So we've got franchisees that own and operate one restaurant and some that operate hundreds of restaurants. And collectively across our system, we have nearly 350 unique franchise organizations, and that translates to roughly 250,000 employees across the Wendy's system, most of whom are frontline employees, crew members in our restaurants, and we have the opportunity to support all of those employees through our training systems. The other great thing that we have as a brand is having an iconic founder like Dave Thomas, who built this brand from scratch and has left us a lasting legacy that's really entrenched in our culture, and you see it in our values that we attempt to bring to life every day. To give you a feel for that, I'd like to show you just a quick vignette from one of our cultural onboarding e-learning courses to give you a sense of the culture at Wendy's and Dave's story. Let's take a quick look.
Our founder, Dave Thomas, started Wendy's in 1969 with a simple idea. Great food served hot and fresh by nice people. Wendy's kind of people. Your managers chose you because they believe you are a Wendy's kind of person. Welcome to the team. Now, let's learn about Dave's values and why they remain an important part of every Wendy's every day. We like to say around here that we'll always do it Dave's way. Dave's genius was his straightforward simplicity. He had a gift for making complex issues easy to understand. Dave founded Wendy's with messages about quality, integrity, respect, pride, and responsibility. And these messages continue to shape everything we are today. They guide us and they form the foundation of our culture. Quality is our recipe. It's the first value, and it means a lot of different things. It means how we make our delicious food, how you work, and how you treat your customers and your team. Quality was always at the forefront of what Dave wanted for his restaurants. Like a lot of Dave's values, it was handed down to him from his grandmother, Minnie. Quality is still important to us every day, so we prepare our foods with the best ingredients. That's why we use fresh beef and make our salads fresh every day. It's easy to forget when you get busy, the customers really respond to your efforts to uphold quality. Whether you're making a sandwich, running the drive-thru, or taking on other roles in the restaurant, customers really notice when quality isn't what it should be. Remember what Dave said about that square hamburger? That's right. That square hamburger serves as a constant reminder that we don't cut corners. Not with our food, not with our service, not with each other. Putting quality at the center of everything we do is a simple value with a big payoff.
So now you know that answer to the trivia question, why are hamburgers square? It's because we don't cut corners. And we know that you as customers have a ton of options when it comes to food choices. And we believe one of the ways that we differentiate from the competition and stand out is with our quality, our commitment to quality. Today, we put a heightened focus as well on our brand vision, which is to delight every customer, period. In order for us to do that, in order to achieve these high customer commitments, We know that we've got to develop and train our employees to be successful in their positions so they can bring that brand vision and purpose to life. And one of the ways that we think we can do that in every restaurant, every day, and every shift is through great training and the use of great training systems. And to enable that, we need to have, and know we need to have, cutting-edge technology to support our process. In 2007, our cutting-edge learning technology was predominantly paper-based job aids and DVDs. As you can imagine, neither were terribly effective or efficient. They were nearly outdated as soon as they got to the restaurants. They weren't highly engaging for our learners, and they were very expensive to distribute. We knew we needed to evolve our learning strategy to meet the evolving needs of our learners and our franchisees, and more importantly, to have greater impact on business results. And that's where e-learning and Cornerstone come in. We sought out to build an e-learning strategy and put in place an e-learning platform, which we brand as We Learn, Wendy's e-learning. And of course, it's powered by Cornerstone Learning. We've also introduced, through our Wendy's University concept, a virtual blended learning platform that allows us to deliver online blended learning solutions to our restaurant managers, multi-unit operators, and field support management in the field for both their management development and leadership training. You know, we're very fortunate in the Wendy's system to have franchisees who truly value and invest in training and developing their people. One of the ways you can see this is through the utilization of our training systems. We average 10,000 course completions in our e-learning system daily. In the first quarter of this year, we achieved 3 million course completions alone. One of the things that drives that activity for us goes back to the commitment that I shared earlier, which is our intentional focus on high quality and food safety. And we execute an annual food safety recertification process every year above and beyond the local, state, and federal requirements that we need to meet. And how this works is we completely wipe out all of the training history or credits for all of our employees who've been certified in food safety and require them to go through another food safety recertification. And you can imagine with 250,000 plus employees, that puts a lot of focus onto the system in a short period of time. And unfortunately, with our previous LMS provider, that pressure and stress was realized. We had several challenges during those processes, but since we've moved to Cornerstone, not only has that process been nearly seamless, it's gotten better every year. And one of the things that just amazed me this year is during that run, which was from January and February, and again, we had 98% completion of that food safety recertification process, we didn't have one single call into our internal help desk related to that effort. And I can tell you from previous engagements with our previous provider, we had several more than none. And so that was a tremendous accomplishment. We're very proud about that. But, you know, course completions are interesting, and it's a good way to gauge utilization of a system, but we all know what really matters is impact to the business and the results. I talk about We Learn. We have nearly 100 custom-built e-learning courses that support our crew curriculum, and those are organized around 25 unique certifications that support the different products, procedures, and positions in our restaurants. We've analyzed restaurants that engage highly in training and correlated that to business metrics in restaurants that don't engage as highly in the training. We've learned that the magic number for us is 13. If you look at 25 certifications where we have restaurants where crew members are averaging 13 or more certifications, so they've completed more than half the available curriculum, these restaurants consistently and by quite a bit outperform restaurants that aren't engaging at that level. And you can see it in the results on screen here. Every metric that matters to us: higher sales, higher customer satisfaction, higher customer count growth, better operations evaluations, quicker speed of service, and lower turnover. When I talked about having a system that helped us deliver on the business results, we have seen it year over year with this system. Here's an example of one of the courses that make up our crew curriculum. This is specific around our fry station and getting certified on serving hot, fresh, and properly salted fries. You would go through a couple of courses that cover the operational standards, show some videos around this, and then you have the opportunity as a new employee to actually practice some of what you've learned in a simulated environment. You can see here, this is our simulated fry station. And one of the things we believe is that it's better for our new employees to practice and probably make some mistakes in an environment like this through the Cornerstone system than to do it at the real fry station with you as real customers with real food. So they successfully complete this challenge, and then the way we round out that certification process is our managers actually go and watch that position or that person in position, validate proficiency, and then go into the Cornerstone system and do an electronic signature as part of the observation checklist, and that completes the certification process. So as we look to the future with Wendy's and Cornerstone, we're tremendously excited about where our brand is going and how Cornerstone will play a role in that. We're committed to building 1,000 new restaurants across our entire system by the year 2020. That'll translate to another 35,000 to 40,000 new employees in our Cornerstone system. And as I mentioned earlier, we've just launched this virtual blended learning platform through Wendy's University. We've got some great momentum with that, and we're really excited about extending our reach to our field managers, our multi-unit operators, to help enable them to deliver against their individual development plans and grow their careers and success. So just to conclude, I would like to thank each of you for hanging in there and spending a few minutes to hear the Wendy's story. More importantly, I want to thank you for going out after the concert tonight, buying a double Baconator and a Frosty, okay? They're not on me, but I'll show you the nearest restaurant, okay? And I want to thank Cornerstone and Kirsten and the team for the tremendous partnership and again for the opportunity to be part of the Client Showcase today. So thank you very much.
Okay, I don't know about you, but I am starving. Hot salted fries. Coley, how do you get 95% of your stores, which are franchisees, to jump on board?
Yeah.
How do you do that?
Well, when you have results like I shared with you, that's an easy sell. But of course, we didn't have those at the time that we started the system. And so we talked about what would be important for us as a brand. And we needed a partner and a learning system that could meet our unique needs, be specific to our brand and our operations. We've got an interesting learning environment when you're in the back of a restaurant, which is where a lot of our learning takes place, or out in the dining room. And then we've got a diverse learning audience as well, or a set of learners. Diversity in terms of language, location, and age, for example. And so we believe that this system is really delivering against those objectives. And one of my favorite quotes, I've had a couple franchisees share with me over the years. They've said, Coley, we learned the e-learning system that you provide is as important to my restaurant operations as my point of sale system or our grill. And when you've got a franchisee telling you that your training system is as important as a piece of equipment or a system that helps them deliver against customer experience, great quality, or collecting payment, that's a pretty big accomplishment. So we feel great about that. And before I close, I wanted to mention one thing. You may have noticed that we have our own flair at Wendy's, which we wear proudly, our lapel pins.
I was noticing it would look fantastic with my outfit today.
Well, I happen to have one for you. So this is an important part of our culture. Dave Thomas would recognize great service and great partnerships with our employees in the restaurants by giving them a lapel pin. We've got thousands of them. We wear them proudly at our organization, and to recognize the partnership with Cornerstone, we'd love for you to have one as well. So thank you very
Coley.
much.
Thank you so much.